Hello, my people. Always exciting and good to be here. It's a good day and it's a wonderful Wednesday. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your time and your support always. You guys are simply the best and you're awesome. Yes, don't forget, we're here to give you the best, the most trending, exciting, reliable, and authentic happenings in Nigeria and more. And of course, you know how things have been going on in the Edo State House of Assembly, and it's getting hotter and messier because the polls is closer than we think. It's just few weeks away, and the Edo polls is right here before us and before our very eyes. And right here, the Edo State factional speaker has also brought out threats to impeach the incumbent governor Godwin Obaseki, and Obaseki has also given its hot back to them. And also, there have been a lot of issues regarding the legitimate lawmakers and those that are illegitimate, and that makes it factional at the moment. Anyway, guys, details of this will be coming to you shortly, but before then, if you haven't subscribed, endeavor you do so, and also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you get notified anytime we drop a new video. Okay, let us dive right into the details of this report, as it says that Edo crisis gets hotter ahead of the polls as Obaseki gets impeachment threats. The Edo State governor may be impeached by the factional members of the State House of Assembly if he does some things that the lawmaker sees as constitutional violations. The state has been facing serious crisis, with the Edo Assembly being the hotbed. Even as the governorship election is few weeks away, the threat to impeach Obaseki was issued by the All Progressive Congress APC faction of the Edo Assembly, led by Victor Edoro as their speaker. According to Edoro, who is the factional speaker, he stated that the governor should not violate the constitution by doing what is considered illegal or acts seen as abuse of power. Edoro stated that if Obaseki violates the constitution or fails to carry out the resolutions made by them, then they would simply impeach him. The Edoro-led APC faction went ahead to condemn some actions taken by the Obaseki's administration. It listed some of those actions to include the destruction of the Edo State House of Assembly complex, named after the late leader Anthony Enahoro. The group stated that it was not safe for them to sit in the complex and made their deliberations. That is why they have to sit somewhere else to provide the Edo people with quality legislation for better governance. The Edora-led faction also listed some other things Obaseki's administration did that it condemned in its entirety. The faction condemned the removal of some local government chairmen representing Esako East, Asian West, and Esako West. The APC faction described it as infringement on the rights of the affected people and an abuse of office. Edoro also set up committees to investigate the matter and report back to the House. The faction adjourned to August 18, 2020 to continue its deliberation. The situation of things in the Edo Assembly has brought serious confusion, making things to appear as if they have fallen apart. Currently, Edo State has two factional speakers. The first speaker, Frank Okiye, is a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Okiye and his faction are recognized by Obaseki. Okiye condemned the threat to impeach Obaseki by Edoro and APC faction. He also added that they do not have the power to do so, and their threats and resolutions should be ignored by the Edo people. On the other hand, the Edoro-led faction claimed to be in charge as they have the majority in the House. Out of 24 members of the Edo Assembly, the APC faction led by Edoro has 17 members. That leaves the PDP with just 7 members. If majority is anything to go by, then the APC has the majority, but Obaseki and the PDP faulted the manner the 17 APC members were inaugurated and the manner they have carried on after that. The APC faction went on to say that they have impeached the speaker, Okiye, and elected Edoro as their speaker. They sit in an unknown location to deliberate, and now they are threatening the governor with impeachment if he fails to carry out their resolutions. Well, Obaseki described Edoro and members of his faction as non-legislators of the Edo Assembly. Obaseki's media aide Cruzo Osage stated that the factions are simply APC supporters who sits in the living room of the APC governorship candidate Osagie Ize-Iyamu, whose decision have no effect on Governor Obaseki or Edo State in any way. By that, it means that Obaseki and his government do not in any way recognize the APC-led faction. Also, it means that the governor will not carry out the resolution of the Edoro-led group that will leave the APC faction with a choice to make good its threat to impeach the governor. Can they really impeach Obaseki? Even if they do so, will it have any effect? Also, Edoro, while he was speaking, he said that he wants to make sure that the people of Edo State receive the dividends of democracy. He said they are not out to impeach anybody, contrary to what is being peddled around. He said they are out to give legislation to the people and to provide quality service, that they have no ulterior motive. He also said that while condemning the destruction of the Anthony Enahoro complex of the State House of Assembly, said it was unsafe for their members to sit there. He also explained that the faction also debated the petitions brought before it. It described as unlawful the removal of the chairman of Esako East, and West Esako West, saying their removal was an infringement to their fundamental human rights, an abuse of office. And he said the speaker also set up a 5-man committee to investigate the matter and report back to the House. And he also adjourned the meeting to 18th of August 2020. And guys, that is it from Edo State House of Assembly issues. And this time around, they've been threats of impeachment of the sitting governor of the state. Can this really be possible? It is, for me, I feel it is already too late. And even if it is possible, it is unconstitutional for house meetings to be held somewhere else, because the governor has already said that the House of Assembly complex is under renovation, and every meeting that can be held is either it's held right there, or they can wait until the complex is completed. But right now the APC said they have more members, that they have about 17 members, while the PDP has about 7 members, which makes them the majority. And they said the majority always wins and have more of the say than those that are not the majority. He said so they can do whatever they want because they are more and they have the support of the people of Edo State, that they are ready to bring good democracy and dividend of democracy to the people of Edo State. So that is it, guys, from here. Whatever you have to say, please drop it in the comment section. We'll be waiting to hear from you. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate your time here so far. Do have a pleasant time. Bye.